What's that like thing that caused a rift between you and your friend and the friendship like didn't survive it, like, and that's the end? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Millennial Chronicles. It's been a minute since our last video dropped, but thank you for all the birthday wishes and support on the last vlog. It's actually very late, like almost 12, so I just thought to quickly record this vlog. So sometimes in December during Christmas, one of my colleagues at work, she brought me Christmas hamper, and then she said that in their family they gift their friends during Christmas, and that word like it struck a chord in my heart, like, oh wow. And it just made me think about everything friendship, everything, you know um human interaction and relationship, how we treat one another, how we expect to be treated, and all of that. So on today's episode, we'll be talking about friendship heartbreak, whether you've been hurt by a friend and vice versa, and how we can better evolve with our relationship. A lot of people talk about friendship heartbreak like it slaps even like other than romantic relationship heartbreak and all of those stuff. And most times when people are narrating their stories, it's more like, oh, they're talking from like, oh, they are not the one at fault, it's the other party that is at fault. But I believe that it takes two to tango, right? Whether in a romantic relationship or in a normal friendship relationship, it takes two to tango. The other person might have been more at fault, but you also had a role to play, no matter how you see it. So if you're new here, welcome on board. On this channel, we talk about branding, lifestyle, and career. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome. So let's go straight into it. So I thought to first check up the meaning of a friend, right, on Google. Then we can now talk about every other thing. So according to Google definition of what a friend is, right, a friend is a person with whom you have a bond of mutual affection. So we'll break down the definition, right, in bits. So it talks about mutual affection. When you say something is mutual, it means that both parties have the same understanding. Both parties share similar ideology of what that friendship means. Do you get, like, I know you're my friend, you know you are my friend. A lot of times you're probably the one that is that person's friend. They don't take you as a friend. And then because there is, that mutual understanding or affection is not there, expectations will not be met. I mean, so if for instance, I'm your friend, right? But you are not my friend. Do you get my point? You're expecting me to do things, or because I don't hold you in that same high esteem, or I don't see you in that light, the exchange of value is not going to be mutual. So you'll be expecting that other person to be there for you at everything you do, to be kind to you, to do things that a friend would do. But because they are not, like, they don't see you in that light, people will start having issues, and then that's how all that, oh, my friend is not this, that. So one, you need to be able to define your relationship. Are they your friend or are they an acquaintance? That's very important to establish. So once you know that, okay, this person is my friend. Now, someone that, we said that person that shares a mutual affection. They also use that a synonym of a friend is a companion. So not a companion in terms of like, couple, husband and wife kind of thing, but that person that through life, throughout every stage of life, they are that friend. As long as that relationship is still intact and you guys have not like broken it off or anything, right? They are that friend to you. So so how do you now know someone that is a friend? So one of the things that for me, one of the things that I use because at the basis of friendship is love. If I say you're my friend, it means I love you, right? And what are the characteristics of love? Speaking from the point of view of a believer, my understanding of what love is gotten from, the book, the holy book, the Bible, because that's where most of my beliefs, are gotten from. That's how I've been trained. So, and love, they will say, is kind. Love is patience, love is forgiving, and all of that stuff. So if you're my friend and I call you your friend and you call me your friend, we've established that fact. Not that I'm your friend and you're not my friend. No. So if you're not sure that someone is your friend, please go back. Like my very close friend, right? I remember when, I think like right out of university or something, we went somewhere and she introduced me as her best friend, right? So when she met another of my own friend, when I was introducing, I didn't introduce her as my best friend. And then she called me to say, I'm surprised. I thought like we're besties. Why are you not introducing me? So I like that. Like we'll call each other like alpha. If my expectation of, what we have is not what I'm getting, we'll discuss it. So there's no point trying to ghost someone, right? So moving on from that, once we've established that we are friends, how do we now define our friendship, right? What kind of love do we have? Is this kind of friendship the one that, we'll always be there for one another, we'll always love one another, we'll always gift one another? Like there's this very popular friendship that we see on social media, the one with Moreni Kemole and the Secret Place wife. I don't know if you know them. Like we see all those things, how they travel miles apart to surprise each other, they'll send each other gifts, and we're all like in all of that, and like we love it and everything. But in real, like you admire it, but in real life, you're not giving that kind of friendship. Like you don't even need to have money to say you want to take a trip to surprise your friend. But how about in the little things? Are you there for your friend? Are you that friend they can count on? Like even if, because for me, I believe that yes, you might need money to execute some of your plans, your big surprises, but friendship is in the little things, like in the very little things. Like one of my friends sent me Happy Valentine's Day on message. And I was like, most times now, because it's Valentine, you'd be like, it's supposed to be between a man and a woman, but it was very touching, like when someone like just really goes out of their way for you. Like imagine someone coming to visit you or inconveniencing themselves to like visit you, especially in this Lagos without traffic and beer. Before I continue, I would like to ask, like, what's that like thing that caused a rift between you and your friend and the friendship like didn't survive it, like, and that's the end? So as I was saying, like, so it's mutual, like we sacrifice for one another, we define, because I feel like a lot of times when you don't define things, this popular saying about when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Like we might both be friends, but to some extent, some people might not still be able to do some things for you, even though you would expect, because if I call you my friend, like you're my friend, someone I would share most part of my life with, like most things that I wouldn't just tell a random person, I would expect that you're there for me. And there's something about friendship that I feel like being genuine for me is a big deal when it comes to friendship. I hate fakeness. I hate when I'm getting the vibe of you're there for a reason, like the reason you're being friends with me because of something, like maybe there's something you're hoping to get, or like I hate that feeling. I hate when someone feels so unreal, when a lot of the things you say is probably like for whatever reason, but it's not just like genuine genuine enough. Yeah. And then friendship doesn't mean that like we won't have like disagreements or things that we're not cool with, and for me that's a very big lane for me. So a lot of times when maybe my friends offend me, I don't want to like tell them, because I feel like in the process of telling them I might not communicate properly and then I will offend them. But what I've learned is that the best gift you can give your friend, aside from material things, the best gift is honest opinion and feedback. Like when I'm able to tell you, oh babe, I think you did something that I don't like, and not just like give cold attitude, which is something me I'm always guilty of. Like I just withdraw, but there's sometimes that someone would really offend you so bad, and then you start to weigh, do I really want to keep this friendship or do I want to let it go? And making that decision is a tough call, because at the end of the day you might regret it. Like you'll be like, I shouldn't have thrown the baby away with the bathwater, that kind of thing. Like, but I'm also thinking, like, to what extent would you think that you can give someone a long rope? Like, would you still, like, even when you know that this person did something that is so offensive, am I going to forgive them, hoping they don't do it again? And then how do I move on from it? What if I struggle with forgiving them? Will it affect my relationship with them? Like, I think sometimes friendship can get a bit complicated, but I mean, just like in romantic relationships, right? Communication is key. But then, like, so one thing surprises me, right? When you're in a romantic relationship, your partner offends you, like, for real, they offend you, probably more than your friends offend you, right? But then, because you value that relationship, like, it's just like a marriage or even a relationship, because you value it and you value that person, yes, they will offend you. You might even carry face for them for like some hours or even a day max, and after that people are like back together and you settled the friendship, all right, and your relationship is back with your spouse. But why is it that in like normal human relationship, your friend will offend you and it will be like, you know what, I'm done with this friendship. I'm done. Like, why don't we extend the same grace towards people? I think for me, that was the biggest lesson of 2023, extending grace to people. I struggled a lot. I struggled so much. And I realized that, like, people are not perfect. Nobody is like you. Even when like you guys have laid all the cards on the table, discussed your boundaries, your do's and don'ts, even though I think that we don't do all of that. But if, let's say, maybe over time we've been able to know, oh, this is what this person likes, so this is what Ayo doesn't like, or I'll try and avoid it and all of that stuff. So let's say we know ourselves well enough. So how is it that we still like don't give each other grace? Like, because no two persons are the same. So you offend me, but how bad can it get? Like, there's some things that I think about that, but I don't think my spouse will do this to me. So if this person that is my friend does it to me, then I'm questioning myself, were they really my friend from the beginning, right? Or did I just hand them the tag of friendship? That kind of thing. I think that, sometimes it takes wisdom of God, not even from man. There's some friendships that, like, they say things like some friendships are for some season, but I've been friends with people for as long as 10 years and I'm glad it lasted. And I've met new people that, it's been like a couple of months, a year, and then like we're really good. And I've met people in between that it seemed okay for a while, but then when you start realizing that there are more differences between me and this person than there are similarities, you'll be like, okay, maybe we can be good, but we are not friends, and which is okay. Like, I feel like we should not be afraid to call relationships what they are. Not everybody's your friend, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to even be friends with everybody, because friendship is a lot. Like, you have to love them, you have to be kind, you have to sacrifice. You can't do that for everybody. You're not Jesus Christ. I'm sure even Jesus is not expecting us to do that, right? So it takes a whole lot of like energy to keep up with a friendship. So I think that you have to be very okay with yourself, knowing that I can't be friends with everybody. Like, settle that in your heart of heart, mind of mind. Right? And pick your friends. I feel like friendship is exchange of value. Like, we're both exchanging value. It's not just for the gist, laugh, the going out to take fine pictures and all of those like social media stuffs that you see. We're exchanging real value. We're impacting each other's lives, right? So if you establish that fact, then you're able to pick those that align with your values, those that that you can learn from, that can learn from you, that you want to like be in their lives and add value. Like, be that friend that would if you can travel miles away just to celebrate your friend, be there for them at their very lowest, like even when they are trying to push you away because they are dealing with stuff and they don't want to burden you. That kind of love, when someone loves you so much and that, oh, if I tell them my problem, it will also weigh them down. But be that kind of friend that your presence, like if they want your presence to just be like silence, I don't say anything, you're there for them, right? So I've said so much about friendship, but I would really like to hear what you guys think about some of the things I've said, especially as regards to like friendship heartbreak. Like, what's that like thing that friend did to you and you're like, you know what, I'm done with this friendship, I don't want to try again? And I feel like sometimes some friendship can resurrect. Like, it could die for the moment and people will like go their separate ways, or they are not cool again, and then like they probably meet other people, they grow, they mature, and then somehow life just connects you back, and you're like, okay, maybe we can work this out. Maybe when we're together, it wasn't the right timing, or we both had made mistakes and we've realized ourselves. But just as life is complicated, I think friendships can be complicated as well. Not everyone is your friend and should be your friend, because you need to keep your energy. Like, it saps your energy. You can't be there for everybody, so just pick who you think is worth it. That's all I'll say. So let me know what you guys think. Please share your friendship heartbreak stories. I'm sure we all have. Oh God, I have a few as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my. There was one time. This vlog is very, very long, but I just remembered one like that. So there was someone that was always like, we're friends, but then like distance happened and everything. And the person, I don't know if it was the person that was always calling me or something, or maybe like when the person needs me, the person calls me, but I don't even remember to call at all. And there was one time the person was like, I will just delete and block your number, and I'm always the one calling you. Meanwhile, every time you call me, you're always like needing my help, and I don't see anything wrong in it. I'm fine with it. And the next you're telling me that you block and delete my number. I'm like, okay. Like, I know people that probably are not cool with me anymore because like I didn't invite them to my wedding because they thought we were friends. And me, I know people say things like, oh, even if we don't speak for like a month or 2 months, we pick up from where we left and we are still friends. Well, yeah, maybe, but we cannot not speak for a year. You've had events also in your life that I only get to see pictures you didn't invite me to, and then you're frowning face for me that I didn't invite you for my own event. How? Hello? As how? So, right. Let's not like drag this vlog so long. Let it go into like some very long minutes, and it's already very late. I need to sleep. But anyways, I'd like to hear you guys comment. Let me know what you think about friendship. I have another English. I have another very interesting vlog that I want to record in the morning, and that will be for like next week. This one will drop this weekend. Hopefully my editor complies. I think I need to look for a new editor because my editor is giving me serious stress and worries. But anyways, bye guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your loved ones, and comment. So I really enjoy the comments you guys drop, how you guys engage my vlog. I really like it. It knows that I'm not just speaking to myself alone, and I have like-minded people with different opinions, which is very good. Anyways, bye. I'm feeling my new hair. I have a wedding in the morning.